What's going on, guys? Out from MicroGrinder Poker School, back with a new video for you guys tonight. And I thought it would be fun to do a video where I'm doing a leak finder of my old play from 3 years ago to see what type of leaks I had in my game and to see how my thought process has changed in 3 years. So if you guys are interested in checking that out and watching me do a leak find of my own play, then stay tuned because that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Alton Harden. I'm the founder of MicroGrinder Poker School in this YouTube channel, and we're all about turning beginning and struggling poker players into solid winning poker players through sound poker fundamentals. So if you guys are new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down there in the corner and subscribing so you're updated on all of our new and latest videos. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into today's video where I'm going to be doing a leak finding video of my old play. Alright guys, so for today's video, we're going to go back in time and we're going to look at a really old video of mine from a little over 3 years ago to analyze how I played 3 years ago and look for leaks in my game and really focus on it from the perspective of me being a beginning poker player and playing from, I guess, what I like to preach to you guys is a conservative tight aggressive game to see what I would do different now. And really just to get some insight into how I played 3 years ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick off what may be 2 or 3 or 4 different videos where I go back in time looking at old play of mine and I critique it. So for tonight's video, we're going to look at one of my first videos here on my YouTube channel, but I'm also probably going to look at some stuff in my Poker Tracker 4 database. I don't know how far that goes back because I did have Hold'em Indicator before that. I've updated my computer, so some of my old Hold'em Indicator hands are on my old computer, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back in time that far with Poker Tracker 4, but I know I can at least go back a couple years. So if we scroll down, and if we keep on going, yes, I have a lot of videos on here. We're going to take a look at this video, How to Beat Microstakes Poker Bovada 6 Max 5-0, episode number 2. And I don't know where episode number 1 is on here. I guess I must have disabled it on the channel. Anyways, so this is what we're going to look at. Let me go ahead and click on this, and let's pause this for a second. Before we jump into this, I do want to give you guys a quick update on the book. So I hope you guys got a chance to pick up my newest book for free when I did the free launch giveaway where I gave the book away for free on Amazon on all the different sites. When I did, I gave away well over 300 to 400 copies of that book in 48 hours. So a lot of people picked that up. They got a hell of a deal on it because it was free. Plus, you get free enrollment to one of my courses as well that I sell for $24. So, I mean, it's kind of like for you guys. It's an amazing win-win situation. So the book, how's it doing? Let me go ahead and refresh this. So, number 1 top paid bestsellers in poker for Kindle books. We are the number 1 new release. And if you scroll down, well, here's Essential Poker Math Expanded Edition, number 3 up there, doing well as usual, as expected. And we are number 15 right now. And reviews are coming in. So all those people that picked it up for free are being kind enough to leave me some awesome reviews. So I'm getting awesome feedback. And I just received my my author's proof edition of the print book. And I got to tell you what, my wife looked at it right when I got it in the mail. She said, that thing looks like a damn textbook. It's so big. So when it does launch, when the print edition does launch on Amazon, I'll share that with you guys, but I don't want to share it until then. So I'll give you guys a comparison of some of the other popular poker books. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. And so let's get past this ad and let's jump into critiquing my work. So let's go ahead and let me see. Let's make this full screen and let's go ahead and jump into the play. I have my commentary muted because there's really no point in having it on because I want to make sure that I am doing the commentary myself. And let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. And this only goes up to 720p, unfortunately. So let's increase the speed to 1.25. And so I'm only going to look for things that I think are out of the ordinary. Not going to look for potential just, I would say, normal type of plays where if I'm just folding a hand or I'm calling, I'm not really going to talk about it. So, I mean, this is like a pretty standard spot. Really don't need to talk about that. When we get called multi-ways, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully I don't c-bet this flop into 4 people. And hopefully I fold. And it looks like I'm probably talking about it on the video. Definitely should be a fold. And I make the laydown, so yeah, definitely like that. Hopefully I'm opening this in the cutoff. Everything looks good so far. I think where I suspect where I'm going to have some issues with my play 3 years ago is that I'm pretty sure that I tended to lean towards more of a very straightforward style of play. So in terms of defending from the blinds, I defended fairly straightforward. In terms of playing post flop, I defended fairly conservatively. I played fairly conservatively. So I think that's where we're going to see some of the trouble spots. Definitely don't mind leading out there. Here, this would definitely be a 3-bet squeeze. Hopefully I squeeze that up. There we go, like that. And we get 3-bet. And now shipping it here, so if he has a full stack, definitely wouldn't like that. But of course, him only having 100 or $1 behind, I definitely like shipping it in there. So I don't mind checking here. I don't mind c-betting. We have the initiative. We have a strong rep to range, a strong, really strong 3-betting range here. He has a weaker range. It looks to be a fish. In terms of this fold versus c-bet, very small sample size, so I can't really read much into it. But I wouldn't mind c-betting on this flop either because I can really represent a really strong hand such as pocket aces, ace king, pocket queens, pocket jacks that also beat him. And with 2 kings on the board, it's really hard for him to have a king. Even though when we start strengthening up our ranges and we have 3-bet flattening ranges and 3-betting ranges, there's still a lot of combos that can call. But he's going to have a lot of crap hands that really can't call that flop either if we c-bet there, and we're going to take it down. So like, for example, if he has a hand like pocket 4s, pocket deuces, pocket 5s, he's going to have the best hand. But if we semi-bluff, and I'm going to call it semi-bluff because we have outs to hitting a pair of jacks or a pair of aces, then we're going to make him fold his equity share, and we're going to make him fold the best hand. So I definitely don't mind c-betting here, and checking back is fine as well. When he checks twice, I definitely should be betting here. So hopefully I bet here, but it's like I said, I had a tendency to play more straightforward 3 years ago, and so I think that's where some of the issues are going to be. I don't want to allow him to realize his equity, which is what I am essentially doing by checking it down. You're going to have the best hand. Queen 10 is definitely not one of the... I guess it is potentially a hand that's going to be in his range, but there are a lot of hands that we're going to lose to by checking there, and by betting there, we make him fold his equity share of the hand. So definitely didn't like how I played this overly passive. By the time we got to the river, we're definitely going to check it because we have 2 pair with an ace kicker, so we know we're going to win a majority of the time, especially if he has a smaller pocket pair, it's going to get counterfeited. But I should be either c-betting that flop or c-betting that turn, which I don't like that I didn't do. So this would be a good spot to overlimp. It's not a great hand, but we have all these people limping in, and we're on a really passive table. I should be limping in a hand like that even though it's super weak. Should be opening this on the button. Yep, I like leading out here with my pair of aces into a fish. And I'm not a huge fan of folding the 9-8 off there. We got a nit that's probably going to fold a lot. We have an unknown player. So into 2 opponents, I don't mind checking here. So, I'm okay with my check here. I think we could bet again. See now this guy's a 63-0 and this guy is a 29-0. So I think we can get some value from straight draws. We can get value from 9x, 10x as well. King 10 off could potentially go into our overlimping range as well, seeing how this table limped around and we're in the cutoff. So I don't mind overlimping that either. Could potentially play 4-6. We could, I believe he opened raise. We could potentially 3-bet that hand, but it's fine as a fold. So ISO raise for me here is too small. I should be making it 25 cents and be happy with stacking off versus somebody that has a short stack. So since we're out of position, we want to maximize fold equity, take down that dead money in the pot, but making it 20 cents versus somebody that looks to be a potentially calling station is definitely not going to get it done that often. And we are fine with getting him to fold anyways, because it's not as if we really have to see a flop. I mean, there's just dead money sitting there. 2 big blinds, we're happy to take it down. So I think it's perfectly fine. Definitely not folding. Yep, and I like betting this board down here as well. And hopefully I fold here. Looks like I'm getting curious. I just want to look him up to see what he has. Yeah, should be folding that river. And probably can go for thin value here with our pair of 8s. So like the thin value. So I'm seeing some good things. I'm seeing some bad things with how I played. It's hard kind of focusing on all the action and talking about it with it pausing the video. And so trying to keep focused on one table and talking about a hand and going to another table, it's kind of tough. Oh, and we flop a set up here, so hopefully we're going to get paid off by this guy. We have 60-0 that played aggressive. And definitely like flatting this flop on a dry board. Yes, I like my play there. And I like raising this turn. Hopefully I raise it up. And sizing's a little small. He doesn't have much left behind, so I guess it really doesn't matter that much. It induces him to call with any ace. He's gonna have and we get set over set. So yeah, that's kind of sick. But hey, I like raising there, but I think the sizing's really too small. This would be interesting to see how I size this. Here I would be tempted to call, but we're out of position, so probably fold. Sizing here is too small again, so I'd probably make this 35 cents or 40 cents. So with this hand against 3 different opponents with the ace high flush draw that has showdown value, that doesn't have that great of equity because I don't have 2 overcards, I like checking here because of the concept of combined fold probability. The more people that are in a hand, the likelihood of them all folding decreases drastically. So I don't like me sizing up to c-bet here on the flop. I'd rather check. We have a short stacker left behind, looks to be loose passive. So I'd rather check here and try to realize my equity for free rather than try to make everybody fold, because it's unlikely to happen. And I think out of the 2 options, I think checking here makes a lot more sense. Got a couple interesting hands here. Here against the 50/0, I actually think that we can c-bet for value on an ace high board, but we can also check behind as well. I think either of those options are fine. And then here against the 58, it looks like he's folding 50% of the time with a really weak flush draw and a king over card. This hand doesn't have as much showdown value, but we do have a draw. I think this would be a hand in position where we could go ahead and semi-bluff this just because we want to make him fold, versus this hand down here we have showdown value with an ace high. So we put out c-bet versus 50/0, which I like. He calls, we pick up a gutter straight draw. And I decide to check here. So we do get a call here. We make the nut flush. Hopefully we double barrel. And hopefully we're betting this turn with the jack high flush draw. And it's always nice when you get raised when you have the nuts. And this is an interesting situation. So this is interesting. So we do have a decent flush draw. We get min raised on the turn. According to the Blugett theorem, turn raises are always really nutted hands. He's a 58-8, so he could be overvaluing some weaker flushes, but he could also have some stronger flushes as well. So he could have the king, or he could have the ace, but he could have a 10 or lower flush draw. So definitely would not be folding here. Hopefully I call and reevaluate the river. On this hand, this is a tough situation. So does he really have a 6x hand in his range? I don't know. I think it's more likely that he has an ace. I think we go for thin value here because our hand really isn't as strong. We lose to straights here on the river, which potentially are in his range, but not in a huge portion of it. We get value from like 2 pair. We get value from a pair of aces. So I think we bet not too big, but enough to try to extract some value, and also we can get away from our hand if he shoves all in. It looks like I'm betting on the large side to try to commit. And this is kind of just a really sick situation on the river here. And I think we just have to fold this hand. I missed the rabbit card, and he shows the nuts, so yeah. Good fold. I think that's the guy that setted us over set with a set of aces. So got coolered versus him twice. Like my fold. So I think we'll go for a couple more minutes maybe, and then we'll call it a video. It's been interesting critiquing my own play. It's been a while since I've actually played online because I've spent so much time writing this book, finishing the book, and getting it to market that I'm kind of rusty with doing analysis of play when it's live play, and I sped this up a little bit as well. So to making it a little tougher, so this is good practice for me. Good practice to get back into the swing of things. I hope I fold this. 3 bets. It looks like he posted his dead blind. I wasn't paying that much attention down here, but it looks like he posted dead blind. Otherwise, I wouldn't make it 4x. And then he's raising it to 50, so we make the fold. And he has pocket kings. Good fold. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and conclude the live play analysis of my play back in, let's look at the exact date that I posted this. Originally published November 23rd, 2014. I don't know why I had this. I must have made this video. I must have made it private and then made it public. I don't know. But this is from just over 3 years ago. Let me guys think. Let me guys know what you think about me critiquing my old play. And if you guys be interested in submitting some of your own play for me to do some Leak Finder series, because I'd be happy to do that as well. I think that'd be fun to do some series stuff like that. Or if you guys want me to pull up some old hands in my Poker Tracker 4 database, let me know if you guys want me to do something like that as well. I'm happy to do any of that stuff. Looking for ideas for some new content rather than just doing live play and doing some theory videos. I think doing some stuff like this is fun as well. Keeps it fresh, keeps it new, keeps it keeps it kind of interesting for all of us involved. Well, I hope that you guys liked today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. And also, if you guys like all the free poker strategy content that I put out here on my YouTube channel, please consider checking out my Patreon account down below in the description, because you guys can help support this channel for as little as $1 per month to help me to continue to produce free poker strategy training videos for you guys on a regular basis. But not going to keep you guys any longer. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Good luck on the tables, and happy holidays to everybody, since we're in December now. Getting close to closing out this year, move on down to 2018. So take care. Best of luck at the tables. I'll see you guys at the next video in about a week.